So, all right. So we're recording, and this is our morning call. It is June 14th, and the only things I wanted to like put out there so everybody knew what was going on was we have a group that started yesterday, the Hot Mess, Hot Mom, or Hot Mess, Hot Me, whatever. You can still add to it. It's not too late, but what we decided to do was add a second group to invite to starting June 27th. So if you want to invite to that, you can. I'll put out a picture. It's like Hot Mess, Hot Me ×2. So that's what we're calling it. I know Chloe experienced some backlash. Some people were not liking that name. They refused to admit they're a hot mess, yeah. Apparently. Yeah. So, I mean, if you feel like you have somebody like that, then maybe put them in our ongoing group, or you can ask them if they want to be in that group or if they prefer not. I mean, it's really fun, and we're just kind of like giving fun little tips to help us through our day and stuff like that. So that's what we have. And then we have sneak peek on the 27th. I felt like I had a lot going on, so I didn't know if you guys felt the same way. So I skipped the free group this month. I just couldn't add one more thing to my list, so I didn't know I made that executive decision. If you want to ever have your own groups, feel free. But what we'll do is we'll do the Suns Out, Guns Out group that I have already the layout and everything from the Partnership We Shine group. So we'll do that probably just early July. So we'll get those dates out. But so that's what we have going on in terms of groups and stuff. And then I just wanted to kind of go through like where everybody is and how's everybody feeling and what we can do to help each other, and just share some tips or whatever we can do to kind of chat about where we're going or what we're doing or what questions we have. So does anybody have anything in particular that they want to talk about or questions that they have going on? Anybody? Like, where are you right now? How are you feeling?
I've been doing a lot of inviting. And then a lot of following up.
And how are you feeling about that?
A lot of people are just like, yeah, I don't have the money, or a lot of people are interested until they figure out they have to buy something, and then I kind of lose most of them.
Yeah, I think that happens. I think right now what I've noticed is it's been a really tough time for a lot of people. I think that's even why they changed the Success Club party qualifications for Summit, because I think that it's just been a lot of people getting a lot of struggling to, get some new people. So, I guess in terms of what are you guys inviting? Like, what are you saying? Do you need scripts? How are you feeling about reaching out to people?
I think the scripts are fine. The ones that I have are fine, but as soon as, the money gets involved, then they kind of like, I'm getting a lot of my kids are out of school now, or paying for graduation, stuff like that. I'm getting a lot of that.
Yeah, me too. I think that the thing is, I think what we have to really show is like when the kids get out of school, we have to show how we can still like incorporate our workouts even with them at home. Like, I think a lot of what we have to do is show in our posts and how we're sharing with people how we're managing to make this work for us and like that kind of stuff, because they may not really believe us until they watch us for a while. And that's what I feel like, if you're adding a lot of new people, then they may not want to shell out $150 just like that to somebody that they don't know and see that they can really do it. So like, we've had some awesome transformation stuff to share. Those are things I think that might help us get those new people, kind of wanting to join. So maybe make sure when you're sharing, your objections are in those posts, like, that you get it, that this is a lot to spend. And yes, this is an investment. And then just keep following up. I haven't listened to the National Wake Up Call. but I know it's about following up. So that's something I want to listen to, because maybe it'll help us get some tips with that and how to turn those objections around. Have you guys found anything in terms of objections that you can, like tips that you've been able to kind of talk to people financial wise?
No, I had a gal who was kind of interested like in the fall of last year, and then she didn't do it because of the money and she wasn't in the financial situation. But then I just saw her in a parking lot the other day with her daughter, and so like I rushed out of my car and was like, "Hey, Sylvia," and so she was like, "Wow, you look great," because she hasn't seen me, right? And she was like, so then 2 days later she texted me and she's like, "I think I'm ready to start now." And so anyway, I sent her all the information last Saturday, and she said she was gonna look at it over the weekend. So anyway, now I have to follow up. And hey, buddy, this is my son.
Hey, are you at work today?
I am. There's no camps yet.
Oh.
So yeah.
Nice.
Say goodbye.
Okay. He's cool.
So anyway, I have to follow up with her, and I'm kind of worried I'm going to get the same thing. Like now that she's kind of back, she might have forgotten that it was that much money. And anyway, so I don't know that I have a suggestion. I know that now I'm experiencing it again.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think part of it is people just, when they're ready, they'll spend it. And that's a lot. Like I have the same thing. A lot of people that know, like, or not even know, but they don't either respond and just don't cross them off your list, I guess is my biggest suggestion. Like, if now's not the time, then be like, okay, no problem. Like like I had one today and I'm like, just so you know, want you to know, I'm not like, but this does break down to this amount per day. Second, there's a bottom of the bag guarantee. So if it's not for you, you can always send it back. And lastly, like the accountability and support, it's priceless. Like, just so you know, this is a lifetime support. Like it's not something that you're going to invest your money in and then you never hear from anybody ever again. You never have to buy anything again. You don't have to buy a second bag of Shakeology. You don't have to. And we're still here to support you until you get to where you want to be. So, I mean, putting that stuff out there and just be like, keep that in the back of your mind. And then again, they just watch you. And that communication, like in the technical terms of like Facebook, when you're Facebook messaging with people, then your feed shows up with them. So that's when they'll see your objection. So when even if they're responding to you or not, like once there's some sort of communication between you and them, whether you're liking their page or they're liking, then your stuff shows up more often in their posts. So then they might see like these posts about how our accountability groups are proving this because this is what so-and-so said, or these people have lost, this amount of weight, so then it's kind of like, okay, then they come back around.
So you don't have to like comment or like one of their pictures for your stuff to show up?
Yeah, that too. That's another way. Any kind of communication. So you commenting on their page, them commenting on yours, liking each other's posts, having a lot of likes on your posts tends to show up on those same people's pages more because more people are seeing it. And so then it becomes a popular post, so then it'll show up on more people's pages.
And then also if you post something and somebody responds, then that brings it to the top of the list again. And then if you just wait, don't respond right away, just wait like a couple hours or something like that, and then respond, and then it'll go to the top again. Yeah.
So sometimes like people will put their links, like Shalise will sometimes go back hours later and put like a picture inside of that, or she'll put the link to the event later down the road inside of the comments, because that's another. Sometimes for Facebook, if you put links or anything like that, Facebook kind of does pick up on those, so they may not be seen as much as like, stuff, other comments, or, that's why we should comment on each other's stuff as well.
Yeah.
When you can. So, you know, and I'm trying to find a way to make people understand that this isn't free. Like, yeah, we want to offer free, but this isn't free. So sometimes I change around the wording to make sure that they're clear that, yeah, there's a cost involved, and not that I don't want you to be involved in my free stuff, but I also don't want to waste my time. No offense. But if right away you're just looking for free, then that's okay. We provide free, but we also, I can't spend my time going through all this and then to know that you're, you know. So maybe whatever you're inviting to, make sure it's not kind of steering them into thinking that this is something that's free. So, Rachel, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think I'm seeing a lot of my friends who I would consider potential customers, they're all into doing like this Orange Theory,
I've heard of that too.
CrossFit type workout place, just a lot of CrossFit stuff. And I think right now they're having specials, you know, like summer sales, like you don't have to do the membership fee, you just do the monthly cost. So that looks cheaper because it's a monthly price that's smaller.
Right.
An initial outlay of $130, $140, you know.
Right. Yeah, and that's one thing, like I just said to this girl, it's a one, I mean, if you don't love, like, people want to keep getting it, then yeah, the Shakeology becomes a budget issue for people, I get it. But like, to pay $140 for something you get to keep and take anywhere you go, and like, and that's the kind of stuff we have to like make sure people know in their posts. Like, I was at a birthday party and this girl was like, you gotta stop posting your workout stuff. I was like, well, that's kind of how I'm making my money now. Like, that's my job, you know? And she's like, really? I'm like, how have I not been clear that this is what I do? Like, pretty sure you get it now. Like, but maybe they don't get what we do. Like, and so I'm like, you kind of have to make sure you're being clear in what they're getting in your, in those posts and in that social media outlet part of it, because they may just think you want to post workouts and like that they can't, you know, I don't know why, but you know, like, so just, but the same thing, like make sure that there's a difference between, yeah, the gym is great for people. Some people love the gym, but also like you're paying this monthly fee for 2 years. You're going to spend a lot more than $140 in the end, you know, and your time, you spend a lot more time driving and getting to the gym. Like, so it kind of, people have to out, like, and some people are just gym people. And I think one thing to think of too is like potential customers might not be the people that are fit right now. You know, they're the people that are nervous to go to a gym or embarrassed to be at the gym or feel self-conscious or too busy. Like, so maybe we have to think about who we want to appeal to, like, you know, also. So
I think a great way to a great tone for posts sometimes is humor, and definitely putting it in your own words. So making it about you and your story, how you used to hate going to the gym because of X, Y, and Z. I find that when I tend to be preachy or anything like that in my posts, like I get very few likes and all that, but when I make it about me, that's when people really respond, because they can see themselves in me. And Ronnie, you said this tens of thousands of times before too.
right. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great tip. So, and sometimes like I won't, sorry, what?
I said, but I like going to the gym.
But that's okay. You should share that. That's, you're one of those people that likes to go to the gym, but why
It's a
don't
combo.
Because it's expensive here.
you? Because of what?
It's expensive. Although if I didn't do Shakeology, I could.
Oh, but what's Shakeology providing for you? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, that's what you have to think about. And if it mean, like, to me, like, I think one of the things, like, I try to keep track of things. Like, I'll just write in my phone or in my notebook, like, something pops in my head like that about, like, something funny or something. And if I don't want to post it right then, just write it down or talk to your phone and make a voice memo and be like, this is a great post for later for when I don't know what to post about. And how, like, you know, what pops in your head about you and how this is just one little thing has changed, you know, what you do. You know, I liked going to the gym until I discovered this. And I'm like, why would I go to the gym? You know, it takes too much time and I have to lug too many people. And it's just not where I want to be.
I'm stuck in a contract.
And then you're,
like,
see?
Sucks. But I had a question about, you said not to cut off people. When should you cut off people? Because there's some people, like, I've invited to something free, and then a while later I'll invite to a challenge group, and then a while later I might invite to coaching, and it's like crickets. So
I have one follow-up thing that the fourth one says, hey, I've tried to reach out to you a few times with no success. I'm going to take you off my follow-up list. If something appeals to you, don't hesitate to message me. I'll be happy to give you more information. I'm not going anywhere. You know where to find me.
So you don't think we should, like, completely, like, just delete people that are not responding in any way? No.
No, because they might one day come back and be interested. The only time you delete people, like the only time if somebody says, yeah, even if they say take me off your contact list, like my one before that says, would you prefer me to take you off my list? I take them off my, like, follow-up list, but I don't unfriend them because I want them to know that I'm still here. No problem. You know, when you're ready, or if you're ever ready, I'm here to help you, you know, because you never know. The only time, like, I'll delete people is if they already are, like, if you see them and they've signed up as a coach with somebody else, or not within our team, but like outside, you know, but I won't, sorry, my dog. I won't delete them completely. Or you check them. Really, technically, they say don't check anybody off your list until they've either signed up as a coach or bought a challenge pack from you. Those are the times you're supposed to cross them off your list. Like, okay, so also I wanted to Asana. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but I've been using this as a tracking system. It's ASANA. I don't know. I don't remember if Robin did a tutorial on it. If not, then maybe we can do another call sometime. But it's been really great to help me track, like, my follow-ups and invites. And, like, so, like, for that instance, somebody by the fourth follow-up saying take them off my contact list, then I just set, like, the follow-up for, like, 3 months from now. Just so that maybe even then, like, if anything, comment on their page. Or just because they'll follow up doesn't mean I'm going to send them a personal message. Maybe I'm going to comment on their page. Maybe I'm just going to shoot them a message, be like, hey, how's it going? I noticed this about, you know, what you've been up to, whatever. So, but yeah, I don't delete them unless they're like selling other things. And really, that's really the only reason why they probably accepted my friend request was because they want to sell me Rodan and Fields. So which is fine, but I don't need it. So I'm going to unfriend them. I mean, there are times where people are still interested. So even then I don't cross them off until, like, I've noticed that really that's, you know, the prime reason why they've friended me. But you can space it out. Like, so if you've done it, then put that follow up like 2 months from now. And in between, put them in to, like, comment on their page and stuff like that.
That's what Nikki's call yesterday was about. It's not about objections. It's more about finding a system for follow-ups. So like Asana didn't work for her, but she listed up a different ones, and she was saying, like, you need to figure out what works for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was so, like, against using any systems, and I had my notebook, and this has helped me so much. To be like, these are my follow-ups for today, and there's like 20 of them, and then I set my next date for 2 weeks for those follow-ups, and then, you know, I still have a hard time, like, if I don't change it and somebody's, you know, talk to me, then I miss them, but at least it's been helping me be consistent with my follow-ups, like knowing in 2 weeks they'll get follow-up number 3, and then 2 weeks after that they're going to get follow-up number 4, and then they're not going to get, if they don't want anything else, then at least 3 months from now I put them there and I can move on to new people. So if you want to use Asana, I'm happy to do a call with you. Just let me know. We can do like a one-on-one and walk through it. I don't know all the details to it. I just have made mine very simple and minimal. I do know there's one also called Streak, Google Streak, that some people have liked and used. I know you can YouTube Google Streak with some tutorial stuff. I didn't jump on that bandwagon. I just ended up with this one, and it's been pretty easy and helpful for me. So that's another thing to definitely kind of try and get into the system of using, because it really does help. I didn't know that it would help as much as it has. And it helps me to be like, okay, my follow-ups are done now. I can move on to my invites. I can move on to my new people. Like, it really helps me, rather than looking through my notebook and flipping through and trying to figure out who I'm following up with and what I'm doing at that time. I'm trying to think of what else. There was something else that I wanted to talk about, but that was one of them. So I'm glad to listen to the wake up call too, because I bet she was in our area. I know that. I guess she's recently moved to Charleston, but she's got a really great story. And she was actually in one of the videos now, transformation videos, where she went from like us to like 12-star, and I think in like 1 year or something crazy. So, you know, I think with that, before we get off, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about or questions? Catherine, your people have been having some awesome results, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute.
That was so awesome. I didn't even realize she's had such a big transformation.
I know, because I reached out to her in probably December or maybe November, and she had lost, like, at first it was like 15 pounds, then she had reached 22 pounds, and then I had stopped asking her because she stopped posting so much.
Yeah.
And so but she posts every once in a while and like reach out, and I reach out to her, and I had no idea that it was like that much. So I was like, holy cow. And I don't know if you guys do this, but I keep a log of all my people and who've signed up, and what programs they've signed up for, and like any notable quotes from them, and then how much weight they've lost, because I just like to see in total what's going on. And then I should send this to you guys, and then I rank their enthusiasm at the moment, and
definitely
and all this stuff. But anyway, so like in total now, like, and I haven't even gone back to people to ask what their situation is. Like, I just updated Karen, like, including me, it's like 219 pounds for all my challengers so far, and I'm like, wow, that's a big deal.
That is a big deal. And that's like what I wanted to say. Like, that's how I wanted to end this, because I have had a rough couple weeks myself, like even being like, summer's getting out. How much really do I want to spend energy-wise in this business? My goals are so big and I'm not getting there. And I've been really hard on myself. And I know you guys have all been there too. And like, I see this stuff, and then I see different people posting about how like they used to hide behind people's in the pictures, and then Kara's post, or Karen or Kara? Karen.
Yeah.
Karen. I mean, it's one person, but like, that's a true life change that we are doing. And like, one person, maybe it's not financially like doing what I had hoped it to be right now, but like, it's just really inspiring, and it really makes me like not want to ever stop doing this, because it's awesome to know that like we can help people. And I think that, you know, all these people that don't respond to us, and all these people that then whatever, because there's so many people that need our help, and there's so many people, and we hear it all the time and we say it all the time, but I feel like we lose that when we start thinking about points and money and all these other benefits, and that's part of the business, and that's just part of it. But like when you get to the reality that these are real people, and these are real people that you're changing their life. Like Frances has made huge, like you guys have all had people who have had life-changing experiences. And if it's just one person right now, that's one person, you've changed their life. If it's two, for whatever, but like the potential to change people's lives is there. And so anytime you doubt yourself, like to me, that was like 2 days of like, I finally am like, wow, like this really does matter. And these things we do really do matter. So like, I feel like compelled to want to find a way to like find more people and share this with people. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get more people, and I'm going to change more people's lives, because it's amazing, you know? So it just, to me, like if you feel that way, then just know that like look through our coaches, look through our accountability group, and just look at all these people that have not, you know, we're providing them support, and we're providing them really somewhere to go that maybe they didn't have before. So like just remind yourself of that when times are tough, and maybe you're questioning if this is for you, because I know that to me, that's like really made me think these last couple days. So it's been awesome. So,
and it's not just them, it's their families and friends and like people they touch. And, you know, frankly, anybody who's in a better mood or inspired is a better person in this world. So I need that.
I agree. And to me, like, if you get that one text from somebody, even though they've never bought anything from me or whatever, and they're like, I am watching you, like, know that we're watching you. Like, that's what it's there for. And like I said, I mean, there's so many benefits to what we do. And, you know, that is the biggest one. And so I just don't let, even though we make a big deal about Success Club points, and we make a big deal about like that's the business, and that's what we have to focus on. And if we have those goals, but like, if you ever forget, just scroll and look at like all the different people in our team, and their people and their people. And it just hopefully keeps going, you know, and it changes people's lives. So keep thinking about that. So
keep doing a good job as our fearless leader.
Thank you. Sometimes it's hard. I question myself just as much as you guys do, just so you know that. But, you know, I love this team, and I love everybody that puts in all this awesome effort, and it makes me happy to do this. So, all right, ladies. Well, this was awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, I'm going to take a picture. All right. I actually have clothes on.
I don't.
It's a picture moment. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Okay, guys, I will talk to you soon, and I will keep, if we can do this the way we did it, I'll put a poll, and if we can keep calls going, I would love to. It makes me inspired, and it really is awesome. I love seeing you guys every time. So
I love our calls.
Yay. Good. Well, we will keep them going. I will try. I know summer's coming. It's going to get hard for everybody, but we'll make it work. We got to make it work. They can be playing. I mean, mine will be plugged in, I'm sure, every time we have a call. So don't feel bad. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.